Yo, yo, what's good with y'all? Manakimu, Manakimu. Today I want to talk to you guys about favor and abundance. I want to talk to y'all about favor and abundance. So, a lot of times we push for blessings and we push for certain results, and sometimes we can get very hungry for these results. Like, we can really start to do too much. You start to, like, forget yourself, you know? You start to forget yourself. Maybe you already wrote down your goals and now, like, it's time to execute, or you did step one or phase one and you're expecting phase two to kick in very quickly, and it's not going to be that. It's never that. um, well, if you're doing the right way, if you're doing it the right way, or if you're doing the right thing, it can't be that. You can't go from phase one to phase two when you're not ready for it. So I'm saying that to say sometimes it's better to let go. Once you sow the seed and you do what you're supposed, like, you do the first step, or you do what you think you should have done, sometimes you gotta take your hands off of it and just look at what you did, and eventually one will lead to two if that's what it's supposed to be, you know. Um, that was the clear, like, or well, I guess I want to say it's not always clear, your path. Your path is not always going to be the most clear. And not only that, it's your job to find the patience that you're going to need to stay in whatever path it is that you want to be in. It's your job to, be patient and to hold it down. It's your job to define why you do it, even when you don't get the results you want. And 2024 was a year of learning for me personally. I learned a lot, if not the most, this year. And the main thing I learned is once you let go, that's when abundance flows. Like, once you decide, you know what, I don't care to clock this thing no more, or I don't care to press the issue, oftentimes that's when you see the blessings begin to, like, roll in or flow in. Sometimes the maximum effort that you're putting in, um, it can be used against you too. Because let's say you're putting in maximum effort, but it's not coming from the right place. Now you're in a situation or a position where you're reaching for something, but the harder you work, the more it resists you. Because you are not coming from the proper angle, or your why is fucked up. So I wanted to come on here and talk about that. You let go, or well, you obviously got to put something in. You have to put work in for you to register a response. But once you put in that initial intention and you do it, and you do it with your full effort, take your hands off of it and just let it play out. The true excuse me, I'm gassy in my stomach or something. I don't know, I got a burp. Um, the true gift of faith, oh, Black Cat. The true gift of faith is not like saying you're gonna do something and then that's it. Like, you say, oh, you talk a big game, so you must have a lot of faith. Nah, Slim. In fact, The less you say and the more you like wait for it, that's what shows more faith. So what I mean by that is, let's say you say it one or two times, like, I'm gonna get a Grammy, right? If you gotta wake up every single day and tell yourself, I'm gonna get a Grammy, maybe in the beginning stages when you're trying to wire your brain to believe it, you gotta do that. That house got built very fast. There was no brick, no nothing. And now that house is done. It's been less, it's like a month. And it just had the wood. I see brick on the bottom and all that. That's crazy. That house, wow. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So as I was saying, in the beginning stages when you're trying to tell yourself you can do something, it makes sense for you to remind yourself over and over again because you're trying to put that into your subconscious. So it makes sense. You gotta like say it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. You might have to say it multiple times in a day, you know? But once you've gotten yourself to the point where you believe it, or to your identity, it's what it is, it's what you are. Cause it is what it is, you know? And if it's not that, then you're not that. But if it is that, then it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So when you get to the point where you don't have to say as much, like your actions begin to speak louder than what you're saying, then you have a good you're showing good ranks of faith. You're showing proper faith, you know? And there's nothing more powerful in this world than faith, in my opinion. And it's whatever you believe in, you know? Some people use their faith power for demonic things, to conjure up evil energies and to mislead people and blah, blah, blah. Some people use their faith to change their lives and the lives of the ones around them completely. Some people never tap into their faith. Some people stay in fear. By the way, faith, in my opinion, it doesn't like cancel out fear, but it definitely like, I would say it's the kryptonite to fear, you know? Because you could be afraid, but if you move on faith and you stick to the plan or stick to the script, eventually you can get what it is that you want, you know? But it comes with faith. You gotta have the faith. You gotta have the faith. So, going back to the title was what? Oh, once you let go, then abundance flows. I believe that's what the title of the video is. Once you let go, then abundance flows. Right? Um, Abundance can look like a lot of different things, right? When you're building out goals for yourself to achieve, or when you're trying to fix your mind to like see yourself in a certain way, a lot of the times we try to define it based on what we've seen other people do, or you try to like compare it. Like once you start to like compare your progress, you look at other people that maybe have been on the journey longer than you, and that's dangerous. You don't want to do that. Um, Bro, this shit is day by day, bro. This shit is, you put in the work slowly but surely, and eventually each brick will end up showing you a crib. Finding the fifth to not stop, that's the magic trick in all this shit, bro. Finding a way to not stop. For me, I didn't already seen it. I've seen, you know, nothing turn into something. I've seen something turn into nothing. So for me, I know this life is a pendulum. It's not guaranteed. It's not set in stone. It's not none of that. Like, it's really how you play the game. And yo, shout out to Triple H. They say time to play the game. You know, I remember I was so like, when I first started my woke journey, I was so above the game that I was like telling myself, I'm gonna avoid the game altogether, you know? And eventually it made me a dysfunctional person. What do I mean by that? The game started beating the shit out of me and started beating my ass. So then I had to like take a seat back and realize no one's above the game. One, like you can be as smart and as woke as you want to be. You could be the best person on earth. If you allow, the game will bench you. You know what I mean? And right now niggas is on the bench. But like I'm not one of those bench players that like I'm the superstar on the bench, you know what I'm saying? I'm the nigga that damn near give you 50 every night. But I'm on like load management or something. You know what I mean? Niggas is on load management. On God. So yeah. Okay. But they say let it go. Then abundance will come flow. You know what I'm saying? I really do this music shit too. I'll write you not a hook, what's it called? A jingle. But you gotta sock it to my pocket like a rocket. Shout out to I think who says that? That sounds like something Gilly would say. No, I think that's Wallow. I think Wallow say that shit. Shout out to them East Coast niggas. Having their way. East Coast? Yo, I remember I thought I was never gonna go to California in my life. I want you guys to think about that too, like, and that will allow you to know where I come from. Like, I didn't come from having it made. My family is not poor. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not rich enough for it to trickle down to me, you hear me? It ain't that rich. Nigga, I still gotta go get it myself. I'm still figuring it out, as you can see. So, that being said, I'm losing my point. Damn, that's one thing that I hate, bro. That's that gas, bro. Gas be taking my thoughts from me as I'm saying it. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I'm gonna watch it back and I'm gonna be like, damn, you bozo. Well, look. Anyway, I thought that I'd never go to California, right? And then I went there. But let me say this, right? All the niggas that I watched on TV, they did an amazing job hyping up Cali. Like, the niggas that are from there, the niggas that like, you know, the people that have made names for themselves in that area, bro. Cause I went to Cali and I was like, yo, like, this shit is lit, right? And I'm moving around, I'm seeing like a little bit of how people move. And I just want to say this, right? America is a blessed country, blessed nation. But now that I've been on the West Coast too, I'm getting this eerie vibe from everybody. And maybe I shouldn't say this, you know, but I'm gonna have this documented just so I have it documented. But like, sometimes when I'm outside, bruh, it just looked like sometimes, like, I don't know, humanity is a collective, like we all waiting for something to go down. I don't know if I'm making sense right now. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's cool. But what I'll say to that is, niggas gotta remain calm, bro. When it comes to us as a civilization, one thing that we've always done that I hate is that we allow ourselves to get divided up. I mean, currently, right now, on Twitter, I'm seeing black women and Hispanic women talk about each other's, like, body types and shit like that. And it confuses me because it makes me realize, like, either niggas are bored or, like, we're so like lost as a people that, like, we don't understand the games that are being played with our mentals. And I fear that social media is gonna kick off a war of some sort, like just some dumb shit, bro. And one that is very, like, avoidable. You know? It's getting to the point where people are so bored. And this is all after COVID. When COVID happened, bro. But anyway, people just seem so, like, bored. And because of the boredom, people are looking to be led or looking to be pushed in a direction. It's a very scary thing. When you as a human being, you don't think for yourself. I didn't realize how much of an issue that was really in this world until I got older. As a kid, when I was younger, I was labeled the bad one because I used to always just do what I wanted. You know? I'm getting older and I was forced into a submission. And anybody that is a man that doesn't just, like, check out from the game, a man that wants to benefit from the game too, properly, every man is gonna go through, like, something like that, where you have to, like, humble yourself, you know, and other men in your area have to see that too, by the way, because that's what being a man is, the collective of, like, you gotta play the game, bro. And not only do you have to play the game, oh my God, I saw a hawk grab yo, hold on. The hawk just dogged the, damn, where is it? Where you at? You're right. Damn, where you at? Oh, you're right there. Damn, but y'all can't see this shit. Or this is it. The hawk grabbed the whatchamacallit. It was like a chipmunk or something. Whatever, man, that's nature. Anyway, as a man, other men, and this, I didn't know this part, but I think this is what it is. Like, I feel like other successful, not just men, like, other successful men have to see you humble yourself to something or somebody. A nigga not gonna help you if they know you don't listen to nothing. And when I first moved out here to the DMV, I came with my mentality that I carried, you know, when I was growing up in Delaware. When I was in Delaware, like, I had my folks that I humble to, my mom, and then my folks, my friends, and all that. But for the most or majority of my life, I was a very independent thinker. Like, I would be the person, if we all step out, bro, I might wander off or some shit, you know? Because I want to do my own thing, bro. I hate feeling restricted and blah, blah, blah. But at 24, bro, I learned that when you submit yourself sometimes, and you only listen, young men, like, you don't submit yourself to everybody, because everybody doesn't have your best interest. Some people, they'll see your light and then they'll try to, like, just be around the shit. And those are some corny ass, bum ass niggas, by the way. I hate people like that. But you don't submit yourself to everybody, but you do have to pick and choose wisely who you do submit yourself to. And you do have to submit yourself. You have to somebody. There's no man on this walk of earth that went through the whole thing by themselves. They played the whole game by themselves. That's not possible. I don't care who you are or who you think you are, nigga. You need to submit yourself. You have to find someone older than you that has done something that aligns with what you want. And you have to align yourself with that person. And when they get in front of you and they get to chatting, shut the fuck up and listen. Because once you do that, not only will they give you the game, they're gonna go into detail once they realize that you're actually giving a fuck, like that you actually care. You're not just trying to sneak some game in. Because listen, everybody wants the game so that they can use it for themselves. Nobody in life is just trying to like take game because they genuinely want to learn. Like, no, nigga. You take the game and you implement it for yourself. But if you're too prideful to the point where you can't even take game from people that are older than you, bro, it's a very bad thing. Am I supposed to make a right there? I guess not. I'm going straight still. It says one way. So hear me when I say this. Game is game, but you don't need game from everybody. You want game from the people that are aligned to what you want to do. And to go back to the earlier topic, let go. Honestly, when you overly worry about the things that are coming, you kind of telling God that you don't trust him. This is what I'm trying to get in my head. The more you like, the more you put yourself in position, the more antsy you get sometimes. That's a fact. Once you put yourself into position, once you put yourself into position, you're gonna get obviously antsy. You're gonna get stressed out. You're gonna start to think to yourself, is this right? Am I doing the right thing? Why hasn't this happened yet? Blah, blah, blah. But let me say this, right? I always say patience is a virtue, but like, I don't know, man. I know I'm sounding like repetitive, but there's something very cool about a guy that can just be calm about what should be happening. You know, even if it's not happening yet, but you show that like that peace, regardless of what you're seeing in the now. You gotta understand, like, that's the ultimate confidence. And confidence is good for you. Confidence is good for you as a man. As a lady too. You wanna always be confident with everything you do. You always wanna be confident, but supreme confidence is putting yourself in that position and just waiting, bruh. Fuck waiting, not caring. It's like, yeah, I put myself in position, niggas is sleeping, but so what? Whatever. Whatever. So yeah, bro, I just saw you did. How do you feel about it? Meh. Whatever. Now don't downplay yourself. If you put work in, you hear me, it's okay to feel good about the work that you put in, but Just don't let it go to your head. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about my how I see music. Right, we about to switch 30-minute switch. Um, so look, when I first started, um, and I'm gonna give you a timeline. On My Lay had just came out when I first started. I'll never forget. On My Lay had just popped up. This guy named Hot Kid had put out a song that I just Mariam, don't leave me Mariam, oh. Don't leave me Mariam, oh. Don't leave me Mariam, oh. That song is my shit. That song, I had just heard that song, and T.I. Blaze had just dropped something too. Um, it's a song on that album. It's the one where like he has, it's like green. Oh, I can't remember any of the songs, but T.I. Blaze had dropped a bunch of hits actually. I really like the songs, but I'm just not remembering. Party hot, Ah, I can't remember. I can't remember the song. Their life of their party hard. But I don't know if I'm singing the right album. I feel like that might be a later one. But anyway, he had a really good album, T.I. Blaze. I think it's self-titled. And that was when I started with Afrobeat, right? And then I had recorded like my first few songs. Deep in Love was like my second or third song that I recorded. Like ever. Like ever. And it's crazy because when I listen to that song now, I get like, and all of the songs on my first album, like, I get very confused, bro, because like it's me and I know that I did it, but it's all a blur now, you know? And not only is it all a blur now, it's like, bro, when I hear the early songs, and even the songs I'm making now, but when I hear the songs, bro, like, it be making me feel like I'm listening to someone else. Like when I'm listening to it, I get the effects that I'm listening to someone else. Like my body do the same thing that it does when I listen to other people that I like, you know? And it's crazy because when you start off with a whole bunch of blind like confidence that like you're trying to trick yourself into thinking that you can be, you know, what you're hearing, if that makes sense. And then you go for a little bit, you go for a little bit, you go for a little bit. Eventually you get better, right? As you're getting better, now it's your turn to decide, like, all right, but how do I view myself? But the dangerous thing is a lot of people they go like to the dangerous place in their brain where they begin to try to like see themselves as bigger than the game of music. Like, yeah, I'm the hardest. And I'm not gonna lie, I fell into that too. I fell into that. I can't lie. I definitely early on I was like, you know what? I'm so nice. Fuck everybody. Right? Um, then but okay, what comes with music though, right? When you're good, people are gonna try to align themselves with you, but nobody wants to feel like you need them. I said that they need you. Nobody will ever allow it to even play out like that. So what people will do is they'll be calculated. They'll come close to you to learn about you, and then when it's time, they'll present what they can do for you. But when they're presenting what they can do for you need to understand that one, you need them, and two, they want to own. You understand? But it's like, nigga, all this shit you could do, you ain't do it for yourself. You waited for somebody that's, you hear me? But anyway, I'm not trying to get into all that, but this is what comes with music. This is what nobody spoke about that. And I get very frustrated about this. Like, a lot of the people that sell this lifestyle, they don't talk about vultures. They don't talk about the real live vultures that come around you and circle you, you know, while you're putting in the groundwork. They don't want no parts. When it's ground level zero, they don't want parts. But when it starts to pick up, then they come and they're like, yeah, you know, and I was there for you and blah, 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 you know? That right there, is the music game. That's the music game. The music game is people trying to align themselves with you because they want to know what you need, you know? Anyway, that wasn't the topic that I was going down, but I wanted to say that so y'all know that a young nigga not dumb. You know, I'm going to always accept help, now at least. Because again, I was one of those people that I thought I was the best, and I cut off a lot of people and burnt a lot of bridges to make sure that niggas knew that I could do it myself, you know? But you can't. I can, but you can't. I can though, but you can't. Scratch me saying I can. I can't. I can't do this shit alone. I can't do it alone. I can't do it at a high level alone. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm still me, so I think I'm him. So I think I can do it at a high level by myself. But will I do it that way? No. And that's the final answer. I won't do that myself. I won't put it on myself to do something of this magnitude with this severity by myself. It's not even an option. I'm gonna have the people that I need around me to help me. But just know that the best way for you to prove your value though, for a young artist, do it with do it for yourself or with yourself for as long as you can. Just so folks do know though. Because the worst thing is to be around an individual that tries to sun you or play you based on what they can provide for you. And anyway, if you're ever in a situation like that, do it yourself. I know you might think like, oh, this person's edits or this person's equipment is no. Get your own small equipment, even if it's cheap. My equipment that I use currently, that powers the vocal chain that I'm using currently, is not even 250, right? The M Audio 2-track that I use, I got it for free from A4. And then the microphone, got it from A4, free. But both of those things are not even $250. And that's it. That's all I needed. The laptop, you know what I'm saying, got it a long time ago. And this is what I mean by like, if you really want to do something, you'll find a way to make it shake. A lot of people say they want to do something, but they don't. Like me, I got expensive habit, right? I like weed, right? If I put myself in position, which I do, I'm 24, I'm very young, I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna be honest, bro. If I could come on here and talk about other people, I should be able to talk about myself, right? I got a very expensive habit that I'm still trying to, gain control over. Moment of vulnerability, right? If I allow, this expensive habit to really like deter me, nigga, this shit's gonna happen. It's gonna deter me, whether I want it to or not. Does that make sense? It is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Do you understand? So, why did I bring that up? I don't really remember. I'm glad that I said it though, and I just want you guys to. I brought it up to say, what you want is what's gonna come, or what you want to work towards is what you will work towards. If you want to be high every single day, you're going to find a way to be high every single day. If you want to be a lead in music, you're going to find a way to be a lead in music. That's what I wanted to say. So, you got to find a way to... I just know that shit ancient. I don't know who, you know what I'm saying, but I just know it's ancient. That's all I know. I like to see stuff like that though, because there is no explanation for me to have with something like that, you know? How the fuck you build those? And they're old, so like, what cranes was they using and shit? You know? That's what go in my head. Like, how did we do that then? But anyway, what you want is what's going to happen. And it's going to happen in the divine timing, by the way. Yes, you are you are godlike in this world. Or you are goddess-like, right? You can do whatever you want. And you are made in his image or her image, however you want to see it, right? So you can literally make the life that you want appear. But how it's going to happen is all based on your characteristics and your maneuver. However you maneuver, and your character will shape how it comes to you, you know? Because your character and your maneuvering will display, you know, or will show, those things. The reason why I say, those things are how it will happen. Damn, my English is fucking up. The reason why I'm saying that is based on your characteristics, it will show you how much you put into it or how often you work towards whatever goals you say you have, you know? And the harder you work towards it, the harder it will be working for you, you know? That's reality of life because we're like magnets. I remember the first time I carried a magnet in my life, right? It was maybe in third grade or fourth grade. And it was the little black ones, the small ones, right? The two positive sides repelled. Positive and negative absorbed each other or locked in. And for me, you could play that into how you view your goals and manifesting those goals for yourself or, bringing it to your reality, however you want to say it, right? You have to align yourself, but it doesn't mean you have to mirror what it is that you think you should be doing. Sometimes opposites attract too. I'm not saying do things against your goals, but let go. Let go and let the abundance lock in, you know? It's all around you. It just has to settle. But the way it settles is with you deciding to let go. It's your boy Manakimu. Yeah. See ya.